Hi guys, this is my presentation on improving the course registration. So first, some of the frustrations that I myself have had when I've been registering for classes. The first one is getting to the classes that I'm needing to register for. When I first started registering for classes, as a freshman, I did have my advisor helping me, but sometimes knowing which of the several boxes there are to put stuff in is kind of difficult when looking for online classes, because you have to select your school and then location, and then there's a couple other certain categories that you have to fill in, as well as the course's code number. And I feel like that can be a little difficult if you don't have an advisor with you to help you register for these classes. For sure, knowing the codes and stuff can be a little difficult, but also where to put them and what boxes to fill out. The second frustration that I've had is without an advisor, I wouldn't have known exactly what classes to pick in either. I know we do have the degree works and all that kind of stuff, but looking at it, it would have been hard to tell what classes to take. I know he's been super helpful in letting me know which classes will fill in the certain requirements, and I know we've also had to change a couple out because of availability, and I feel like without him there to assist, I think it would have been harder to pick classes. So I feel like maybe having a way so you don't always have to have an advisor to help you pick your classes, that might be a little helpful. And my third one was a few times while picking my classes actually for this year, the system actually crashed on me and I had to go and redo all of it again. And so those were just a few of the frustrations that I had found while I was registering for my classes. And for some resolutions here for these issues, I think for the first one, kind of doing a little work on the course picking main page, where then you have to go and fill in all those boxes for online synchronous and all this other stuff to make it so you can choose whether you want in-person classes, just online, or maybe like a hybrid of both, like how we have down at the Rapid Center, where it's you can go in person there, but there's also an online aspect. I think separating those out might make it a little easier for people like me or us that are looking just for online classes, that we don't have to filter through all of the in-person ones to get through to ours. So for the second one, for when students log in to find like what classes to even register for. I know since we do have that degree works and the degree plan, that does show us like how far along we are. If there would be an ability to kind of have that in like a little section of the window, or have it auto populate when we do log into that website, so that way we can see our requirements a lot easier and quicker than just having to go and separately log in and find that page. I think auto-populating that or adding that into the registration would make it a lot easier to figure out what we need. And then for the system crashing sometimes, I think depending on the browser, I think I've had more issues with my Microsoft Edge. So I don't know if it's something to do with the compatibility between the website and my browser, but maybe taking a look at that and fixing it. And then I did make I had a wireframe made up of kind of the course registration page, as well as that degree requirements thing. Kind of shows like the percentage that you're through, and what stuff that you've made it through, and what stuff you're missing, and that can kind of give you an idea of what to choose for classes. But that's about it. Thanks.